All right, Warpig here. Welcome back to our BBR 4 playtest. This is USA China round 2. USA had $52, spending 4 on tech. With 48 left over, we're purchasing 2 transports, 2 destroyers, 2 infantry, and 1 strategic bomber. Okay, a couple combat moves since Japan brought us into the war. Over here on the Atlantic side, we got, we're going to take everything in the screen. Yeah. We're going to take this cruiser 1-2 against this German sub here in C Zone 88, along with this destroyer. That's one combat move. And over here on the Pacific side, we are going to take the fleet in C Zone 26. Take out these 2 destroyers here. So we got 2 destroyers, submarine, 2 cruisers, battleship. All right. And let's see. I don't need to move that at this time, right? And then we're going to take the fighter. Come off of there. And tactical bomber. And go 1, 2, 3. And take out these 2 transports in C Zone 6. And they will have 1 left. All right. So we got C Zone 88 against the German sub, C Zone 6, and C Zone 16. Let's make sure of that. All right, so let's do the C Zone 88 battle first. It's just going to be a cruiser and destroyer versus the German submarine. And I got a hit right there. So the Germans get to defend with a 1. Oh, and of course they get a hit. How about that? So I guess I'll lose the destroyer. Is that what I want to do? You know what? Let me think about that for a minute. Put that sideways. And then let's get over here to do this other battle. Let's do C Zone 16. So we have a battleship, 2 cruisers, and 2 destroyers, and a submarine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 dice. And I got 1, 2, 3 hits. Okay, and he has 2 destroyers, 2 2s. And no hits. So this is gone. Yeah, this is in here. That's done. And that's good. So let's go over here now to C Zone 6. Oh, I forgot to change your cup, Joe. All right, so I got I got a 3 and a 4. Tactical bomber and a fighter against the 2 transports. Oh, look at that. Unbelievable. And I'll grab your cup this time, Joe. So you got a 1 for your 2 transports. And you missed. Oh, how did I got lucky on that one. And there's a hit. And you got a 1. And you missed. So that means these 2 are gone. All right. So this is done. Still thinking what I want to do with that destroyer. The German stuff is up here. Over here I have a bomber and 2 other. There's 3 infantry here. Actually, there's 4 infantry here and a bomber. I already set the bomber over there because it's going to move that way, so I'll have 1 infantry left here. But we're going to pick up an infantry from the East Coast, an infantry from the West Coast for these 2 transports, and an armored unit and a mechanized unit, and go to French Guiana with these 2 transports. So that's done. And I almost have to kill that. 1, 2, 3. Shit. He's got a sub over here. I almost got to kill the cruiser. I got to take the cruiser out, so. All right. So, over here. Let's see, this is done. This bomber was in the central. It's got 2 infantry on it. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Land in midway with 2 infantry. This transport here in C Zone 10 is going to grab infantry and artillery on this transport and go 1, 2, 3 to midway. Oops, it's not in the string. Sorry about that. This fleet here in C Zone 10 with a carrier with 1 fighter and a destroyer is going to move to C Zone 25 off of Midway. That's that. This transport in C Zone 26 is going to pick up an infantry and artillery and move up with the fleet in C Zone 16. This carrier is going to move from 26 at 1, 2, 3 up to 16. And this fighter and tac will land on it at a movement of 1. Okay, so that's that and that. And 1 fighter from Hawaii is going to land on the carrier here in C Zone 25. That's all that. And sub and destroyer in 49 is going to go 1, 2 to C Zone 26. That's done. All right, so let's see, I bought 2 infantry. Bought 2. I'm going to move this 1 infantry from Central over to the West Coast. The Western United States. And I believe that is everything for the U.S. as far as movement. Don't need this anymore. All right, so this is all spent. Place units. East Coast is going to be the 2 destroyers and a transport. Wait a minute. You know what? Actually, I am not going to move that infantry from here. I'm going to put this back. I'm going to take a mech over to the West Coast. Switch this out. I am going to leave this guy here. Come on. All right, so and then Central, we're going to place a bomber and an infantry. And on the West Coast, we're going to place a transport and an infantry. Okay. So, money. I'm down 2 for the Philippines. So I'm at 50 to I got 50, right? My basic income is 50, plus I get, if I control the following: Mexico, Southeastern Mexico, Central, Western American, West Indies. I get 5 for that. Control the Aleutians, Hawaiian Islands, Johnson Line Islands. I get 5 for that. And I did place 2 on each side, so I get 10 for that. Lost the Philippines, so I don't get that, and I don't have a unit in France. So I got 50, 60, 70 IPCs for turn 3 for the United States. All right. China. China has 16 IPCs. We are buying 4 infantry and 1 cavalry unit. We have 1 battle, which is going to be in Shahar. I'm going to bring the cavalry from Sensei at a movement of 2-1-2. The infantry from Soyan, and the fighter at a movement of 2-1-2. So I have 2 left against the lone infantry. Okay. So I have a 2 for the cavalry. I have a 1 for the infantry and a 3 for the fighter. Yeah, look at that. I got 3 hits that time. So he's dead. And you get a 2 for your infantry. And you missed. This thing doesn't want to cooperate. So he's dead. This plane is going to fly 1 back to up to Soyan. This is done. This is done. Everything that non-combat moves now, everything that's in Sensei is going to move to Soyan. All right. Actually, I have more. I should have a 1 and 1. Okay, money. Shahar is worth 1, so Japan is down 1. China is up 1. And I should have 2, 3, 4, 5. I should be on 6, and I do have 6. All right. Place units. Everything, the 4 infantry and the cavalry is going into Soyan. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 11, 10, 11, 12, and 13 infantry and a fighter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13 infantry and 1 fighter in Soyan, and an infantry and a cavalry. Oops, I got a cavalry too. Cavalry's getting placed in there as well. And an infantry and a cavalry in Shahar. And the fighter. So that's a little recap for China. And China collects 6 IPCs. No, I forgot to do a recap for the US, huh? 6 IPCs for China. All right, let's do a recap for US. Did that. Over here on the East Coast, in the eastern United States, I have 2 AAA guns, 2 mechs, 2 destroyers, transport, Central United States, 2 infantry, strategic bomber, C-Zone 88, I have a destroyer and 2 transports. French Guiana, I have 2 infantry, an armored unit, and mechanized infantry. Over here on the West Coast, there's 2 AAA guns, an infantry, and a mech. And in C-Zone 10, there's a transport. C-Zone 26, there's a sub and a destroyer. Hawaiian Islands has 2 infantry, 2 fighters. Midway, there's 3 infantry and an artillery. C-Zone 25, aircraft carrier loaded with 2 fighters, a transport, and a destroyer. There's also a strategic bomber on Midway. C-Zone 16, loaded carrier with a fighter and attack, transport with an artillery and infantry, submarine, 2 destroyers, 2 cruisers, and a battleship. All right, and that is USA China round 2. UK is coming up next with Hilltop Pillbox. Just want to say I'm having a great time. The game's moving pretty rapidly. The new rules are pretty interesting. I'm having a lot of fun. Thanks, guys, and War Pig out.